Hello everyone, welcome to Firewatch. Yeah, I know, a weird stereotypical greeting to an untypical game, but that's perfectly fine to me. So, a little small thing that I've done, and I'm thinking about it, is we could do um, commentary, which might actually make it easier for me. But I think that might be nice actually. Kind of get like a tour of the game while we're going through it. So I think that might be what we do. Although it might be better to not at the same time. If people want it enough, I'll come back and do an Firewatch audio tour with my stuff muted and maybe tricks here as well. Um, but for now, I think what we'll do is just the base game here. I only did it just to make sure that the music was to the proper level. I actually have it turned down a little bit, just so we know more. And I might turn it off completely when we start actually wandering around in the wilderness, but for now, subtitles are on, head bobs, the typical. But this is a very pretty game, and yeah, see, like, not much has been going on here. So, um, why don't we just go ahead and delete a game, and we'll start a brand new one. So I have played this when it came time ago, but it's been quite some time, so I don't really remember all of it. Um, but yeah, Camp Santo, in cooperation with Panic Incorporated. Get it? Corporation? Oh, cooperation. Oopsies. Boulder, Colorado. 1975. Let's see if I can. You see Julia. No clue what she looks like, but that we see her, at least. She's about your age, late 20s, laughing with well-dressed professors and graduate students from nearby CU Boulder. You, Henry, are out drinking with your pals. You approach her, just meandering over. So, your major? Use the word major, and it smells like Coors. You give an awkward smile. Evolutionary biology, she says, and I'm a professor. Cool. What's yours? What's yours? She replies. She sniffs the air. Toxicology? Was that a burn, you ask? She says, definitely. Worried she hurt your feelings, she asks if you wanted to split a cheeseburger. 1 week later, you're Julia's boyfriend. Off we go. Because Henry knows what the truck he's talking about. You date for over a year. She drives you absolutely nuts. It's great. Yeah, you tell them, kiddies. Fight each other. I believe in you. You move in. You share an apartment near the school with a view of the mountains. You two drink beers out on the deck. You drink beers just about anywhere. Life is good. Julia wants to get a dog. Cats are better, but people have dogs because, they gotta have a place to live too. There's a scruffy, undersized beagle. Julia's in love. She wants to bring it with her to class. There's also an intimidating but gentle-eyed German shepherd. Nothing bad could happen to Julia while she's walking this dog. It's bad, but... Okay, let's see. Beagle. Name him Bucket. Beagle the Bucket the Beagle. There we go. Bucket's the dog. And after a week, you've totally forgotten about the other one. Julia loves him. You love him too. 1979. You talk out on the deck. It's summer, 9:30 p.m. and the heat still radiates off the high desert. What do you think about kids? She asks. Kids, they're not very smart or good at much. I'm saying if you and I have a couple of little idiots. That'd be pretty good. In that case, we should probably get married. Yeah, I'd like that, you say. These kids are gonna be screwed up enough, it's probably for the best that their parents were hitched. You say she's absolutely right. This is how big the map is. Alright, whoops. Sensitivity. Oh, look at the little butterfly up there. It's a Thursday night and Julie is 4 hours late. She doesn't call, you're worried and getting a little angry about a minute. She walks in after you've gone to bed. Little sound effects in the background. Amazing, by the way. She's not quite drunk, but she's clearly having a fun time. You fight when she gets between the sheets. Yeah, it's better to be mad. You call her an inconsiderate butthole. She tells you to go truck yourself and not to be such a baby. You call her selfish. You know, she knows you mean it, and it hurts her feelings. Julia still likes to draw. She draws plants from her research. She draws all the places you go. She draws you. Frolic like a Victoria's Secret model. So why not? Very nice. Oh, trust me, I know. Thank you. And now we get into the true beauty of this game. Just how amazing it is. Now, see, here's the thing, right? We could try and see what happens if we have music off when we're walking through here. Right? Because I think this might be nice, to be honest with you. Yeah, there's some music going on in the background, but enjoying the summer as you and Julia enjoy walking bucket at night. See, now we can hear the sound effects better because of the lack of music. Maybe I'll turn it back on again in a little bit. There's a festival in town and it brings folks from faraway places. One of them tries to mug you with a knife. Whoops. Okay, there we go. Bucket gets kicked. God. Julia yells. She gets flustered and has trouble speaking when she's stressed. You confront the attacker. You reach into your pocket like you've got a gun and threaten to kill him. You manage to scare all three of you. He runs away. Julia asks you to take a different path from that day forward. You say okay, but you don't want it to go that way either. From then on, you walk by the river. 1984. Plans to have kids get waylaid by work. Julia gets a job at Yale. Yale's in Connecticut, 2,000 miles away. It's a great job. Associate department chair. She wants to move. Absolutely not. Convince her to take the job. You tell her that this means you two won't have a family. She says BS, that's totally true. She asks if taking her job means you won't come with her. You say yes again, BS. She decides not to take it. She should have. Definitely should have. Julia is asked to leave Boulder on paid leave after having an episode. She lost it on a colleague for borrowing books that were important to her research. She didn't remember she had happily loaned them to him just 2 days prior. She was found crying in the stairwell. Maybe we should talk to someone about it. After seeing multiple doctors and having many tests, they are worried that Julia might be suffering from early onset dementia. She's 41. You both decide to keep it a secret for now. There it is. Good stuff. Bucket is getting older. Julia comments that it's kind of nice because he gets in less trouble around the house. A week later, she goes back to the university. Julia's affliction gets worse, and she can't even remember things in class. Her research is in shambles. She drives her car to the next town over for no particular reason and has to be brought home by the police. She is devastated. She is sent home on permanent medical leave. I think we need the music. Not loud, just kind of in the background. Some days you get the Julia who calls you a dope and your unborn children little idiots. The other days you get a stranger. She pulls you into bed to make love. 5 minutes later, she goes into a panic, believing her dad is at the door. You tell her family, they are crushed, and begin to make trips to visit her from their home in Australia to visit her. For a while, your friends come by with little things to brighten the day. She gets worse. You spend your days following Julia around the house. You count the seconds between 2-week visits from Daniel, the nurse. He suggests that Julia get Julia could live somewhere else, somewhere with a 24-hour care home. It sits with you for a couple of months. You decide to move her to a full-time care facility. I think it's kind of nicer with. We could try the music again. I'm indecisive at this point in time. Why don't we do like 10 instead of. Come on. There we go. And then put sounds up to 100. There we go. That's a little bit nicer. Just to have some background stuff. Hello, friend. Your family agrees with your decision and find a fantastic place in Boulder and move her there. You see her every day and every other day. You go out to the bar with your old friends. It's not the same. You get the feeling that every wife tells her husband, if you ever put me in a home like Henry did, I'll cut your balls off. You slowly decide to not see your old friends that much. Julia's sister Susan moves to Boulder to be close to her. She visits her every day. You go with her some of the time. Susan buys you an old typewriter and urges you to use it even if you won't see a therapist. And you won't. You've always really liked Susan. Months go by, Bucket dies. Julia doesn't remember him when you tell her. Sometimes it takes her a minute to walk in on you. In the back of your mind, you believe it's because you see her less and less, and seeing her less and less makes her forget you more. It's kind of a repetitive cycle, you think. Summer is coming, and you see an ad in the paper for a job. You take it. It was a pretty good introduction. I like the choice space, even though there's not really that many choices, but I'm sure it's still pretty good in the long run, you know? Look at that. Into the lookout tower. You got it. Oopsies. I think this is by the same developer that we just, from the last game we played. The Suicide of Rachel Foster. Just because it's kind of got that same aesthetic, that same group to it. Same kind of feeling.
Hello, Two Forks Tower.
Hello. Delilah, apparently. We already know this.
Hello? Whoever this is?
It's Henry, right?
Yeah.
I'm Delilah.
Yeah, that's what the guy said on the phone.
So, what's wrong with you?
Excuse me?
People take this job to get away from something. So, what's wrong?
What's wrong with you?
That's a great idea. Go ahead.
Look, I just hiked for 2 days, so I don't really follow whatever it is you're doing right now.
You take a stab at what's wrong with me.
Fine, then can I sleep forever?
Sure, buddy. Okay, now go ahead.
Okay, you've killed 3 husbands. You're a black widow and you're just out here until the heat dies down and then you'll kill again.
Ooh, very good. Bravo, Henry.
Okay, I sleep now?
Not quite. Now you.
Give me a second. I'm actually going to change the settings here. Again, I know. But let's see if I can change the raise radio button to that. This button is in use by another. Okay, well, I don't know what to tell you. It's alright. Let's see. I know, riveting gameplay, I know. But let me see here. Browse notes tab, it's fine. We'll get used to it. I think. Let me just.
Okay, good night, bye.
Let's see.
We'll try it another time.
I don't know anything about you, but 9 times out of 10, folks out here simply got dumped.
Nice bed.
Huh, is that it?
Close?
Good night.
Good night. Welcome to the job.